Please welcome from the Austin, Texas Fire Department, Captain Matthew Rush.
Thank you. Good afternoon. 10 years ago, I was riding in a fire truck in Austin, Texas, when I received a phone call that changed my personal life and laid groundwork for organizational change within my fire department. That phone call was from a close personal friend and colleague from right here in the Washington, D.C. Fire Department. He was sitting in a bar in Tel Aviv playing a game to see who could reach someone farthest away from where they were sitting. He won. Texas is a world away from Israel, a good 7,000 miles, in fact. But I never could have imagined that a country 1/30th the size of my home state would have such a profound impact on my life and my work as a first responder. That phone call continues to open doors for me today. My friend told me about a training program in Israel organized by the Advanced Security Training Institute, or ASTI, and funded in part by programs within the Department of Homeland Security. ASTI leads training programs connecting Israeli professionals with American first responders, local officials, and policymakers. These programs are an invaluable experience to the hundreds of Americans who have the chance to learn from and train with their Israeli counterparts. So a few months after this phone call, I found myself headed to Israel to train with ASTI. Visiting Israel opened my eyes to the stunning beauty of the country. But I also learned about and formed a deep appreciation for the resiliency of the Israeli people, who live under a constant threat of violence and terror. During my visit, we traveled to all four corners of the country, learning how communities deal with terror attacks. The grim reality is that Israelis make a choice, despite the normalcy of such events, to persevere independent of these threats each and every day. Out of necessity, the Israelis have gained an enormous amount of experience in how to respond as a unified community to such crises. You can see it in the routine way the Israelis lead their daily lives, as well as learn and train with each other to overcome tragedy. It's an inspiring model in community resilience and one that we should continue to emulate right here at home. Throughout our training, we were immersed in conversations with industry experts from hospitals, law enforcement, bomb squads, the military, intelligence officers, firefighters, religious leaders, local business owners, and so many more. Our counterparts were relentless in their wish for us to learn from their experiences. We performed exercises based on real-life scenarios, oftentimes at the site of previous terror attacks, that helped us see how we could better adapt in the event of an attack back home. It gave us an opportunity to educate, learn from, and experience the challenges faced at all different levels by first responders, local, state, regional, and federally elected officials, as well as policymakers. We need to continue to encourage these exchanges, blending these different groups together, giving us a powerful and comparative model to study, stimulated conversations, how to better integrate our approach back home. My experiences in Israel, under ASTI's direction, have had a major impact on my work, opening up new opportunities in my career. It led to the formation of new divisions in my organization, new professional relationships across the world, and even a master's degree from the Naval Postgraduate School, where I will add I did much better than my undergraduate years. I wish I could say that's where my story ends, but tragically, last year, that experience hit home. On March 2nd, a package detonated on the doorstep of a 39-year-old Austin resident, killing him instantly. Several days later, 2 more packages detonated in different parts of our city on the very same day. Suddenly, the pattern of a serial bomber or bombers was fast emerging, and no one knew if or where a next attack might occur. But we were prepared. In the years since our region's multiple visits to Israel, Austin Homeland Security professionals have worked tirelessly to integrate emergency services with federal agencies, intelligence services, civic leaders, and our community. That close-knit cooperation made sure that we were ready to respond, protect, and recover when 3 more bombs detonated and a 4th was defused over the next 8 days. Over a period of 2 weeks, images and stories in our media claimed our city was gripped with fear. But our first responders were working better than ever, and ultimately, it was teamwork across multiple jurisdictions that helped us bring the campaign to an end. While I can't speak for everyone, the first responders and public officials from the Austin area who participated in ASTI's training program were better prepared because of the experiences and the relationships that we formed in Israel. And as genuine friends, our partners in Israel were there for us in this trying moment. And as an example, one of the Israelis' explosive experts that we traveled with on our numerous trips to Israel reached out to our bomb squad, offering help and insight in any way he could. This was true testament to Israel's commitment to America's safety, even from across the globe. I'm joined today at the conference by other first responders from across the United States who have had the great privilege to train in Israel. On behalf of all of them and my colleagues back home in Austin, we're here to say thank you. Thank you to the leaders of ASTI who are sitting right here today, who organize these vital programs for first responders and community leaders. This training, and more importantly, the relationships nurtured along the way, must continue. Thank you to everyone in this room. Your advocacy for homeland security cooperation between our 2 nations leads to opportunities for people like me to train with and learn from our friends and allies in Israel. And that, my friends, saves lives right here in America. Thank you so much.